Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 2, Episode 228. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. It is a beautiful day here. It is 60 degrees, sunny skies, very little wind, just a very nice day. And this morning, woke up a few hours after I went to sleep. Went down to play a little bit, took a little lap around. Tables still weren't open yet. Had my wife with me, walked around a little bit, took one lap around, found a couple slot plays, and ended up ahead $107. So that was nice. I had a $25 in free food, ordered some breakfast. I had one of those protein pack things. It's like grapes and different kinds of nuts, cheese, and a couple hard-boiled eggs. So not a bad little breakfast. And of course they messed up our order, so we ended up with some extra food because they didn't want to take it back. Afterwards got some gas, got some groceries. It was really hard to find a place to get some groceries this morning for Thanksgiving. And our Thanksgiving dinner was actually a Thanksgiving lunch. So we did that, and everything went really well. Had a lot of family over, and all that went really well. And then I just finished watching an NFL game, and just watched the Packers and Detroit play. I have an app on my phone. I can watch any game, any sport for free, which is beautiful. It fits right into my budget because I'm so cheap. But right now, I am driving to a nearby gas station. I don't know if they still do this or not. I mean, it's always been like this, where you go and get the newspaper on Thanksgiving, and it has all the Black Friday ads. I don't know if it's all online now or what, but I was told to go get a newspaper, so I'm probably going to pay $5 for a newspaper, and I'm going to decide what we're going to do for Black Friday. Yesterday, when we went and got the cots for the kids to sleep on, we bought some other things while we were there, some sweatshirts and other things like that, and I've already seen ads where those are all going to be sliced in price for tomorrow. So if we go back to the same place tomorrow, then maybe we'll have a shot at getting a refund for the difference. And this place is giving away gift cards for the first 250 people in the store tomorrow morning. So my son is interested in doing that. I don't know if I want to do that or not, but what are you going to do? Give me a moment, I'll be back. So I'm not sure if we want to go back and, I'll probably gamble late again tonight. Do I really want to get up early and go to a shop at 4 o'clock in the morning, stand in line so I can get a free gift card? That's probably going to be a $5 or $10 gift card. They have them randomized, and you get, up to X amount of money. So we'll see how that goes. Right now I'm going to grab this newspaper, head back to the house, and go from there. Probably won't play till about 7 or 8 tonight at least when I check into the hotel, and I'll come back and update you, and hopefully we do really well tonight. So letting you go for now. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It is currently around 9:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving night. We did check into the hotel and got something to eat at a restaurant. Of course, all fully paid for by the casino. And then I walked around and looked at slot machines and played what was available. Came back around a few times, and it seems there's enough activity that if you hung around here all night, you could make okay money. However, I did try to go to the high limit room to play some blackjack, and it was closed. So I'm assuming that enough people took the night off that they don't have enough people to open that area. Although I did see a $15 table that was open and empty in the low limit area. I understand that when you open the high limit area, you have to have a pit boss and dealers and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of makes some sense, but I'm wondering if the other places nearby are going to be the same tonight or not. So one of the kids decided they wanted to stay with us tonight. So I'm going to go up to the room, hang out with them for a while, and then most likely I'm going to go to another spot. I'll probably come back down and do one more sweep, and then go to another location nearby and try to see if there's any kind of possibility of making money there. As far as what happened here, it seems like it's not terrible. The one game that I made most of my money on is one that I think nobody fully understands, and they're still pretty scared of playing it. So that's going to help me out, because the mainstream games that they're playing, they're all camped out all around them. So it looks like there isn't much possibility of making money on those. So, so far I played probably 4 machines total. Lost a little bit of money on one and made money on the rest. And so far, in about half an hour of play, I'm ahead $259. So plus $259 on the slots so far, and a little bit this morning. We got a quarter of our goal so far. We still have about 3 days left. So hopefully tonight I can make at least, I don't know, 1,000 at Blackjack and another 500 on slots, and kind of keep close to our target. Hopefully the other place is not as abandoned as this one in the high limit. Now the other place I did have an issue with one time when I was here, and basically what happened was I was in the high limit room. I was playing a double deck, and the first shoe, the count went sky high. I kept raising my bets, 100, 200, 300, up to 500, and got buried in the first shoe. Was down 2,500 or so, first double deck shoe, and the second double deck shoe, I was able to make it all back and leave even or slightly ahead. By that time, I had 3 hosts come up to me separately when they saw the bigger bets and say that they wanted to be my host and they'd give me free stuff and all that. But as it turned out, it was just them trying to get my information, because when I went to cash out, knowing that their limit is 3,000, I took 2,600 to the cage, and as soon as I walked up there, the phone rang, and I heard the guy, the cashier, say, "Okay, I'll take care of it." Came back to me, counted my 2,600, said, "Hold on a second," went back to the phone and said, "Well, I can't, because he's only cashing out 2,600, which says it's definitely about me. They definitely want to know who I am. I was smart enough to keep it under the threshold. As soon as I left the high limit area, I went to the bathroom, reorganized everything. I had some chips that I didn't color up to the 500s because I wanted to do it this way, and I was able to do the 2,600, come back a couple times throughout the day, the next day, and cash out the rest. So no issues there. But I'm hoping when I go back there, if I go back there tonight, that I'm not going to be on that radar and have any kind of issue. So that would really not make me very happy. I will do what I always do, go do the slots first, and then try to play some blackjack. And at the very least, I should be able to cash out the slot stuff. I'll make sure I cash out the voucher before I go back there, just in case they decide to be jerks about it. But I doubt it. It's been about a year or so, so we'll see. I doubt that they're going to care that much over someone who didn't clean them out. So I'm going to let you go for now. Take care of all this stuff, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It is now 4:45 a.m., and I'm still down here walking around. After I let you go, I played some slots and had a bad run on those. Ended up losing $140. And then I went and played some blackjack on a double deck table, spreading from $50 to 2 by $500, and played that for approximately 6 hours, just under 6 hours, and just was getting crushed most of the way. And finally, I ended up just saying, I've got to get back up to the room, and it's going to be time to leave shortly. So best thing I can do is get upstairs, and I know they want to do some Black Friday stuff. And that starts in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to do that. Ended up just having a horrendous time. The dealer was very tired though, and he made some mistakes. There was one hand, I'm trying to remember, probably a $200 hand, where the dealer had he had 3 ace ace 8 7, 3 ace ace 8 7. So that would be a 20, and I had a 17, and he paid me after thinking about it for a long time. He said that he had a 22. And there was another hand also that was more obvious to me. It was like a ace 3 5, and he had a 20, and he paid me. And of course I'm not going to say no to that. So those happened. I had a couple players come and go from the table, but not as many as you would think. I had 2 young guys come to the table. One of them was playing and the other one was watching him. And then after a while, the one guy gave the guy who was playing gave the other guy $50, and then he played through. He ended up making a little bit of money. I was still losing horrendously, and I ended up getting back to even and ahead, 175 at that point, and then I ended up leaving the table. I went around and I looked at everything, and then I decided to go back there and play some more. So I go back to that table, I sit down and start playing. The 2 guys come back. Both of them have $500 in chips in front of them. The same one is playing as that was playing earlier, and the other one's just sitting there watching, and he was telling him something about when you see a 2 or 2 things happen or something like that. And the dealer was getting aggravated with him. He kept asking him if he wanted to play, and he kept on saying, no, not yet, keep on going. And we start another shoe and another shoe because there's no mid-shoe entry. So after a while, the dealer was getting pretty aggravated. He ended up leaving. The Asian dealer that made the mistakes came in, and I was there for most of his shift. So let me think here. What else? Another guy came, a younger guy. He came to the table. He asked if it was a baccarat table, and we said no. The baccarat tables are over there if you want to go play. And he said okay. He walked away. He came back around and he bought in, and he played at my table anyway. So I don't know what his deal was, but he ended up buying in for $200 and ended up losing that because it's a $50 minimum, and then ended up buying another $50 with like 20s, 10s, and 5s, and then lost that and bought another $50 and lost that, and then he left aggravated. And I outlasted a bunch of pit bosses coming and going, and this is when I started really going downhill. The first time when I cashed out plus 175, at that point I was only down like 2,000 at my maximum. When I came back, that's when I was down. I was involved for as much as 7,000, and I ended up playing for that 6 hours. Finally, at the end of all those ups and downs and all these crazy things happening and crazy hands, about 2 hours before I was done, I switched over to playing 2 hands permanently, and I would play 2 by $50 if it was neutral or negative, and then I would raise to 100, both hands, 200, 400, and 500, and played that way for about almost 2 hours, and ended up leaving the session down $3,000. And then I said, okay, well, time to go up to the room. Right now I'm still walking around the casino talking to you, but I said time to go up to the room. So I walked around and looked at the slots one more time before I left, and I'm about to cash out a ticket. I'm going to be up 537 on the slots. So that helps combat some of that negative stuff that just happened. And hopefully when I get to the room, everything will be okay. Everyone will still be asleep, and I'll slip in there, and then we'll get our Black Friday stuff done. So that's what's going on right now. I'm going to find a machine to cash out my voucher, and then I'll be back and let you know what's going on. Probably won't be till noonish time that I'll be back, and I'll let you know what happens. So I'll be back with you soon. Alright guys, I am back. As I am walking to the room right now, I'm just going to tell you about some of the things that I did. There was a slot machine that I played for the first time in Vegas last time I was there, and that's the one that gave me the bulk of my profit today. At least $500 of the profit came from that one. I'm just playing it at different levels and waiting for people to play and leave the machine in a good position for me. And then there was another one that I had mentioned. There was a new machine that was input in one of the shops that I go to a lot, and that's that machine. I played that one quite a bit. Then a lot of the older machines are just played to death right now, and you can't find any plays. I also played the same machine, same type of machine that I played yesterday at $7 a spin, and I had that W2. I played that here. The max on that here is $4 a spin. Played that and only ended up ahead like $20 or $30 after a big roller coaster up and down on that. So that paid horrendously. Trying to think what else here. Played a lot of small time plays and scraps here and there, but there's so many people here doing this stuff. Even like right now it's 5 a.m. and there's still some people walking around, but I know it seems like I know a lot more than they do about most of these, so I have a little wider range of what I can do compared to them. So right now I'm going to hop in the elevator here, go to the room, and then I'll be back to update you later on. Alright guys, I am back. It is morning. Got back to the room a little after 5 a.m. Got up and out the door by 7:30 to go to a bunch of Black Friday sales and stuff, and we did that. Really just reflecting on yesterday how clueless the pit bosses were, and the big spread I had, and the good penetration I had. Initially, when I got there, I was playing less than a deck out of the two, and then it kept on getting better and better and better, and soon I was playing like 1.4 decks out of the two decks, and that was opportunity, but it's also variance, and that's what happened. In fact, my last two hands were 2 by 500 when that shoe ended. So a lot of swings up and down. Not too worried about it. I did forget to cash out my voucher, so I went down this morning as we were leaving to cash out the voucher. And as soon as I walked in, of course, I had to check some machines on the way there. And I found one in position, played a short play on it. And then there was a longer play on there, and I just couldn't play it because I didn't have the time. But it would take like 15 minutes, be about $50 or $70 in expected value. But I just didn't have the time to play it. Everyone was waiting for me. So anyway, at this point, back at the family home and waiting for everyone to arrive from all the outlet stores and all the shopping and things that they did. And then we're going to pick up gambling tonight. I was going to go to a different casino and decided to take one more lap before I did. And I did find a blackjack table that was a high limit table, kind of tucked away in a different area, not in the high limit room, and that's what I played all night. So that's why I didn't move on to another place, but I'm pretty sure I will tonight. I am a little tired. The last 2 days I've only gotten about a couple hours sleep each night, but I'll be okay. So right now I think I'm just going to wrap this one up, and we'll start a new episode for the new day, because I think I won $15 this morning on my way to cashing my ticket, and we'll just start a new day, a new fresh one, and go from there. So if you have any questions or comments, it's mwusa21 at gmail.com, mwusa21 at gmail.com. See you next time.